Greetings, everybody. Welcome, and happy Monday to everybody watching. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everyone's had a good start to their week, or is having a good start to their week, I suppose, depending on time zones. I guess Monday might have barely just started for some of you. I've had a full work day myself, and as usual, I'm a bit, I don't know, gassed out. I had a fairly tedious day at work today. I had a lot of like grading stuff to do, which is it's not the most stimulating part of my job, but it's all right. It's all right. Ended up having like a slight headache as the day wrapped up, but I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better. Nico Jazz contributing to the old fight tax coffers. We of course, having finished the latest Viewer's Choice versus Fighting Game bonus stream this past Friday, we set up the new community goal for the next one on Saturday's stream, the Super Metroid stream, which was a lot of fun, actually. I really enjoyed playing through Super Metroid. We've already made it 11% of the way to the next Viewer's Choice versus Fighting Game bonus stream, which, you know, that went well too. Always exciting to do those streams. So what are we doing now then, in between Metroids and fighting games and whatever else? Well, spoiler alert, you may have seen the title of the stream, you may have seen the starting scene, or you may have read this little box down here. Down here. We are, in fact, going to be playing some Onimusha. I was trying to figure out during the day today what the heck we'd do on stream, because we finished Genji, we played through Super Metroid, and I'm not really in an extreme hurry to get to Metroid Fusion. I want to play it, but given how the timetable has kind of arranged itself, I don't mind spreading out the Metroid games a little bit, so we'll probably do Metroid Fusion in a week or two, I would say. Sometime in mid-September, we'll play through Metroid Fusion. So we have that ready and done by the time Dread comes out in, what is that? October 2nd or 8th or something like that. Beginning of October, I think. And in between all that, I'm kind of finding myself not having a crystal clear image of what we're going to be playing. So, I was thinking today, like, you know, maybe there's some other PS2 backlog stuff that we might want to get to. I definitely have a whole slew of PS2 games that I didn't play at all, not even once after buying them. And I was feeling a little hesitant to kind of commit to jumping into playing through a full game without having done any kind of research or prep. I figured, like, I should probably just, I don't know, boot up something I know I can play without thinking too much about it. Maybe we'll do some, you know, arcade beat 'em ups. Maybe we'll do some PC Engine exploration. Maybe we'll do a Mega Drive Monday and just play some Golden Axe 2 or Shadow Dancer or something. McCall45, what's up? Onimusha is good, but just imagine if they put someone like Jean Reno in the game as a playable character and how good that would be. If only I could imagine that. If only I could imagine having accidentally bought Onimusha 1, 2, 3, and 4 in a single eBay auction when I put a $3 bid in, kind of as a joke, and find myself the owner, the unsuspecting owner of a pile of Onimusha games starring Takeshi Kaneshiro as well as Jean Reno, although I guess he's only in one of them. But yeah, well, you know, who knows? Maybe we'll get to Onimusha 3 one of these years. Yeah, this was back many years ago at this point when I did a lot of eBay. Like, this was before I did any proxy shopping through Zen Market or anything like that. I knew at the time, of course, that eBay is not the best, the cheapest alternative, except I guess for when it is, because yeah, I'm pretty sure I bid like $3. It was an auction with the 4 like mainline Onimusha games, and I was like, yeah, I'm not super interested, but I'll place a bid. I was like kind of compulsively bidding on a lot of stuff. Like the way I used to do it was I'd check these sellers and I would I would order the auctions by like ending soonest, and I'd see like what ends within the next 12 hours or whatever, so I could conveniently win multiple auctions and have them shipped together. So I ended up bidding on a lot of stuff and kind of seeing how the dice fell on which auctions I won and not. And some of them I was more passionate about trying to get a good deal, or trying to win or not. And Onimusha was definitely like, I'll place a token bid. And then I like woke up in the mornings like, congrats, you just won this auction. And I'm like, word? Okay, sure. Okay. Why not? Yeah, Takeshi Kaneshiro is in the first and third game. And as someone told me, we talked about this before, that the second, Jubei from the main character in 2 is based on an actor who was already passed away at the time of the game's production, as I understand it. And I don't know if the fourth game has any like real people based characters. I really don't know that game very well. I mean, I don't know any of these games very well, but I feel like 4 is... Actually, that's not true. I was going to say, I feel like 4 is the one I know the least about. I don't know... I don't think I know anything more about 2 than I know about 4. And I very barely know anything about 1. The third game is the one I've actually played for all of about 45 minutes 16 years ago or so, like when it came out. So I really don't know or remember much about it. But we do have the game here, in fact, and this game is one of countless delightful examples of Capcom's genre labeling, because this is, as you can see, in case you happen to be able to read Japanese, and in case my fucking camera will cooperate, can we get a little bit of focus here? No? Yes? Can we, please? Well, if not, I guess you'll just... Let's see if we can... Like, what is with my... If I tilt it like this... There we go. Maybe... whatever. It says Sengoku Survival Action. And that's what it is. I guess this game is kind of... Not a spin-off from Resident Evil, but at the time, it was generally kind of referred to as... Resident Evil, but with samurai. Like, Dino Crisis was Resident Evil with dinosaurs, and this was kind of Resident Evil with samurai. Sort of. But the reason we're playing this is, this game came up in conversation a significant amount when we were playing Genji. Genji was really, really awesome. I really liked that game. As I was mentioning, today I was kind of trying to come up with what do we stream today. It's Monday, it's stream day. What do I play? No idea. I got nothing lined up. But as I got home, I kind of just looked through my PS2 shelf and was like, do I have anything here I want to play? If I can't think of anything, maybe we'll just do some Urban Rain or something. But then I saw this on the shelf. I was like, you know what? I'm actually really curious to just take a look at Onimusha, because I've never played it and I really don't know what to expect. Yeah, so here we are. There's even some copyright stuff here on the front, composed by Mamoru Samuragoch, which I guess is the guy. We're getting the vintage experience here, playing through the PS2 original without the replaced soundtrack. And it even says here, guest creator Takeshi Kaneshiro. That's quite the credit. I'm curious if he was actually involved. I mean, obviously, the main character has his likeness and his voice, I'm sure. Yeah, it says here on the back. Takeshi Kaneshiro appears as the main character, Samanosuke's model and voice. He was also involved... Like, he also contributed as guest creator. Like, what the hell does that even mean? I don't know. But, I mean, that's cool. That's a cool credit to put on the box. Do I have all the mainline Onimusha games? Yes, I didn't think to bring them out from my shelf to show them off here. But yes, I do have the 4 main games and Onimusha Buraiden, the Smash Brothers kind of fighting game kind of thing. Which we did play briefly when I got that. I got that only recently. But these 4 main games I got as a... for a $3 bid on an eBay auction like 5 years ago or something. Before we get into it, though, I do want to show something else real quick. some of you may have seen this already if you were on my Discord, but I got my first shipment of stuff that I ordered through my, what do you call it, wholesale distributor hookup that I have through work. So I did get a second Triclops that I already have earmarked for some custom stuff that I want to make. Nothing too new or exciting. We're not going to like unbox it or anything. But I also did finally get my first Gundam model kit. The Gundam Astray Red Frame real grade kit. It's got this fancy internal skeleton type deal. And then you turn it into a Gundam. Pretty excited. I have on pre-ordered one more real grade kit, if I recall. As well as a kind of beginner set that has what is it called? RX 78, 79, whatever it's called, like the original Gundam. It has a high grade model kit of that one, as well as like, I think it comes with some markers and tools or something. It's supposed to be kind of a getting started kit. So I think I should get that within a week or two. So I'll probably just let this sit and build the like beginner's kit first. RX 78, got it. And I believe, if I remember correctly, that the other RG kit that I have is also of an RX 78, but it's obviously it's more like detailed and fancy. I forget exactly which ones I ordered. I think I know that I also have two Kamen Rider kits. There was the Kamen Rider Double Cyclone Joker, and I think the other one was a Kamen Rider Build. And these are all on pre-order and should show up soon-ish. But this is stuff that I basically got to have something to do to pull me away from my computer and have a analog hobby to mess with. I was running low on hobbies. I only have about 45 of them, so I thought I should get into Gundam model kit building as well. Yeah, so Macaw, to explain quickly if you didn't hear the story, the company I work for, we have a lot of different companies that do different stuff. Because my boss, or like the main owner of everything, is a huge nerd of various kinds. He likes getting involved in all kinds of stuff. One of which is board games and miniature, like wargaming, card games kind of stuff. So we have one of the companies in the concern has, like, they are a retailer and distributor of software within like digital art and stuff, like 3D programs and Adobe and Autodesk stuff, etc., etc. And in I think it was actually the 1 year anniversary was just last week of them kind of expanding to a physical store that sells board game stuff, like board games, Warhammer, Magic, like card game stuff. And through that business, they have access to, or we have access to like retailer, wholesale channels, I guess you could put it, which is a little clunky and difficult and weird and inconvenient compared to like retail, like just a shop that you go to and buy stuff over the counter. But it means that I can get a pretty good deal on some stuff from at least some companies, which happens to include Bandai, as well as Mattel. So it's kind of weird because you have to pre-order stuff like months in advance, even compared to what you would do from any store as a private customer. And you have to like lock in your pre-order. I don't know, it's kind of weird, but it's cool because I can kind of get some good deals on some stuff. Anyway, this is like my first. I mean, I have a bunch of other stuff on pre-order, but as I said, it takes a couple of months. So I still don't have a perfectly clear idea of how much it's going to cost. That's another exciting part, that you have to kind of calculate price. Kind of, I don't know. I don't even know how it works, but it's a little more complicated. So like technically I get an employee discount, but also there's like conversion rates, there's shipping, there's like, we buy stuff obviously at, what do you call it? It's not at cost, but like, we buy from them, and then the store sets its own price. Like we don't pay retail prices. but the margins are very slim, and technically, I don't think the store can buy it, cannot sell it at cost to me, but I get a discount. But I don't, like I said, it's very complicated. But once I start paying for these things, which I didn't do yet because I didn't get invoiced for them yet, I guess I'll figure out how much savings it actually involves. Exciting times all around. But yeah, I'll report back once I get to actually building some Gundam stuff. Yeah, I'm very excited to get into that. Like, I have no affinity for Gundam in general, or even like giant robot stuff. But ever since I was a kid, I've enjoyed building model kits, and I haven't done it in a very, very long time, with the exception of the Bandai Star Wars kits. I have a couple of Stormtroopers, which are right back there in the shelf. You can probably barely make them out. When I got a newsletter email from this distributor that where there was, because that's the way it works. Like, you get 16 emails a day from different, from Bandai or from Mattel or from Hasbro or from whatever board game companies. And it's like, oh, here are some products that are available. Oh, here are some products. You might want to pre-order them today. And I got an email from Bandai, and it's like, all right, here's a shit ton of different Gundams and Kamen Riders and stuff. And I was like, hey, you know what? These aren't that expensive. Why don't I look through this list and see which ones I think look cool, and I'll order some. And that's what I did. And hopefully it's fun. Well, I don't know if I should say hopefully, but I mean, I do hope it's fun, but I'm also a little bit scared to see what where that will lead. Down some dark paths, I'm sure. But hey, like I said, having hobbies related to something other than sitting in front of a couple of screens here, maybe not the worst. Anyway, that's enough about that. We've been going for a while here. Why don't we hop on over here and see if we can't get some Onimusha happening. I was like confused here. Can my retro tank please turn on? There we go. Hey, it's working. Nice. Okay, let me pop the disc in here. And change my thing here so I can actually see the game. Might help. Oh yeah, we're gonna probably on Super Nintendo settings here, so let me fix that too. Yep, we also have the weird frame whatever thing. Not deinterlacing, what's the word? Frame buffer thing. Yeah, it keeps skipping out like this until I fiddle with the setting. There we go. Vertical sync is the option. So setting it to frame lock should be fine, and I could change it back to triple buffer, and it should still be fine. There we go. Let me... I think we should probably set this to generic 4x3. And I need to change... Well, I can start the game first. I need to change some capture settings here. It's more correct. Ah, sick. We don't have enough space on our memory card. I think, wait. Okay, all right. Let me, I figured this day would come. Let's just check. I'm pretty sure there's some stuff I could easily remove. I have another, this is an original first-party memory card. And I have a 64 megabyte third-party card, but I'm not sure if I really trust it. But I definitely have save data on here that I don't really need. Yeah, the Gundam stuff, it is definitely cheap, and it looks really kind of fun and interesting to mess around with, extra parts, and you can do a lot of painting. There's a lot of fun stuff you can do with it. 1 kilobyte free. Yeah, that's not quite enough. Wait, did it say it took out fucking 400 kilobytes? Isn't that quite a lot? I guess it doesn't say on the manual, but does it say? Yeah, 420 kilobytes it needs. Tomb Raider Anniversary save file from probably 2006. 2007. All right, well, we can delete that. Like, save files for games that I had burned copies of 15 years ago. Autoghost no Senshi. This is Rygar. And I actually looked at that in my shelf. I was like, you know, maybe we should play Rygar. And maybe we should. But if we do, we'll start over from the beginning anyway, so I might as well delete the save file. It's like, I played for probably like 20 minutes anyway. Metal Slug Anthology, I definitely do not need this. It's a cute icon though. PS2 save icon's pretty sick. I mean, yeah, if you want to spend money on Gundams, you can definitely do that. That's definitely true. But it's not like the barrier to entry is pretty low. It's Battle Archives 2. I definitely don't have that game. It's 21 kilobytes, but might as well get rid of it. Shaolin Monks 2006. Yeah, I mean, if I play this, I guess I would play the Xbox version that I actually have, as opposed to this, which I don't. And I would happily play that from the beginning, so I can delete that, no problem. As you can see, I've not been particularly diligent about keeping this memory card empty. Destroy All Humans, I think my brother probably played about once in 2006. I definitely didn't play it, so pretty happy to get rid of that. God Hand, yeah. Rumble Roses. So the question is, yeah, Metal Slug 3D. Probably don't need to keep this. This is a really fancy, like, look at all this texture data. There's like a lot of detail in this one. We're just doing a tour of my memory card here. That's tonight's stream. But yeah, if I somehow were to play this, it's not like I would load up my 15-year-old save game here. So I think we can delete this. I don't have that much like attachment to any of this. Katamari Damacy. So I assume this, I guess I don't know. Oh, yeah. So this would be the US version. Because I have the Japanese version. I wonder if I have save data for it. I guess not. I also literally played through this entire game like last week on Xbox because it's on Game Pass now. So I think I'm pretty okay with deleting this. Like if I wanted to play this and I wanted to play it on PS2, I guess I would load up my actual disc copy, which is the Japanese version, which would not load this save data, I'm sure. So I think we can delete this. Well, I'm deciding that we can delete this. Neo Geo Battle Coliseum, okay, with Neo Wave. Does this have like unlockables or something? If / when I ever get it, I think we'll be okay. Mega Man Anniversary Collection, I can get. Wow, holy shit, that does not look good. It's all like glitchy and weird, and his face was all fucked. Like, this was definitely not made in Japan, right? I feel pretty confident in saying that. Let's get rid of this ugly thing. So we got Neo Geo Battle Coliseum, Mark of the Wolves, Neo Wave. Yeah. All these, like, jank-ass, boring Neo Geo, like, save icons. That's a Franken. Hello, and happy Monday. So we got multiple profiles here for Urban Rain. I would have thought that, I don't know. So it doesn't say which region, but I'm pretty sure we played this recently, so I imagine that these would be for the Japanese version. Shadow of the Colossus. I can delete. For sure. This was me playing a burnt disc of the US version, where after clearing like 6 Colossi, as I went to the 7th, the world just stopped loading, so I would run out in this empty white void. And I was like, all right, I guess I won't play this anymore. About 6 months later, I did buy a copy of this, and then I never played it again. And I'm pretty sure I have the PS4 version through PS Plus or something, whatever, so I'm not too precious about that. There's one replay of Third Strike, sure. Tekken 5. I'll keep this on here because, well, we're going to be playing that sooner or later. Assuming this is the Japanese version, I guess. Well, it's definitely not. But this one actually, if I... okay, this one I may be a little bit sentimental about because I'd have some customization and stuff on it. I actually have a bunch of unlocks, I think. Although it doesn't look like it. If I played 54 minutes, it's... I mean, I'm assuming that's not 54 hours. We'll leave it be, because we still have pretty okay amount of room here. Pop and Music 13, I'm probably not really playing anytime soon. I think there was a Metal Gear 2? Yeah. Yeah, I think we can get rid of this. That's just the time of day? Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes more sense. Right, right. Yeah, update time. I was not reading. Okay, yeah, that makes way more sense. The Rumblefish. Oh yeah, because I think some saves actually put like text. I guess they would put in the title. Maybe not. So this would be... Well, yeah, this would be the Japanese version, obviously. It's in Japanese, and also there is no US version of this as far as I'm concerned. Or as far as I know, rather. So if we pick this for the fighting game viewer's choice thing, maybe we have some custom colors or something. I don't think you unlock characters in this, but who knows? I mean, Tekken 5, I played this when I was like in college. This is my first year of uni when I had like 3 lectures a week at most. And I played a lot of Tekken and didn't study all that much. SmackDown versus Raw 2006. So is this going to be like a 4 megabyte save file? Almost. Yeah, I don't think I need to... I don't think I need to keep this. Well, keeping track of seconds is... I mean, it's obviously... I don't think it's much more difficult to do that than not doing it. Plus, if you have saves on the same minute, at least you have different seconds. I don't know. Street Golfer. I mean, I think we're good now. There's nothing more I'm... Alright, we got Onimusha Baraiden. Birubaku. Alpine Racer 3. Oh, no, wait, hang on. Okay, so this is my Japanese Urban Reign. So I have 2 American Urban Reign save files then. How large are these? 114. Oh, I mean, I'm not in any extreme space. It's pretty funny, though. I'm realizing now that we literally had 1 kilobyte free before I started deleting stuff. So I guess Sengoku Basara Cross, like, just barely fit. Also, we have, like, 5 different system files. But they're 3 kilobytes, so I don't know. This is Yoshinoya, the beef bowl restaurant chain action puzzle game. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I do have what you're thinking of is probably the Kombini, which I have the first one on PS1. I think, no, maybe I got it on Saturn. I have one of them. It's a series I've always been kind of curious about, and I bought one of them and I played it for probably 20 minutes during a stream, not really able to figure out too much about it, and since then it's been sitting on my shelf. Anyway, 2.7 megabytes. I think that'll do just fine. And maybe one day in the future we'll take another trip down memory lane and look at some save icons. Let's see if we can read the disc. Approaching Lord Goaty levels of fucking around before we get to playing the game, but that's alright. Good old launch PS2 having a software error that makes it so that it'll automatically try to read a disc as a CD, and only after failing to read it as a CD like 5 times will it think to try to read it as a DVD. But hey, once it gets that far, it usually works fine. I haven't had many actual like flat out read errors. We had actually one, was it Genji? I don't know, recently there was a game that it actually didn't want to load. Low tier unless you're reading a 100+ page 80s PC game manual. Hey, we're talking about building Gundams and looking at save icons. I think that's all right. Audio seems hella low. We do have the manual, which, much like Genji, of course, is vertically oriented for that authentic Sengoku medieval feel. Get in a track mode. How much you want to bet we actually see this when we start the game also? That's like a typical thing. Well, I'll let this rock, and I will skim through the manual real quick to see if there's anything I feel like I ought to know. Just double check a setting here. This looks so weird. Like, compressed video, but it's still 60 FPS of in-game stuff mixed with like the 30 FPS pre-rendered stuff. Yeah, so this, I mean, clearly not the actual intro. It is like a proper attract mode, which is pretty cool. Well, let's get some flavor of the game here. All right, so we got full-on tank controls. It looks like. Tsujo toki and kamae toki, so we can go into a stance. They're not making it super easy to like see with the controls here at a glance, but that's fine. So I guess when you're in a fighting stance, you strafe instead of turning. Yeah, you hold R1 to go into stance. And the movement is different from when you're in normal mode. I see. Yeah, someone mentioned that the, I think maybe that was you, Franken, that the remaster that recently came out is actually really good. Be that as it may, this is the version that I own, and we can also enjoy the archaeological aspect of checking out this ancient version. I mean, if the intro cinematic digest movie is 60 FPS, I have high hopes for the gameplay. It does have the original music. That's interesting. I thought it didn't. Maybe did they also just add a second soundtrack to it? I mean, that wouldn't be the first time, but it's still interesting. I would not have expected that. Oh, you mean this one? Okay, that makes more sense. Basil, what's up? You want to know my opinion on this Taco Bell commercial? Said, ingredients stacked vertically, that's a taco. Well, lest I offend any Mexicans or Californians or Texans or anyone else, really, I think as a Swedish person, I should be very careful about voicing any opinions on what does and does not constitute a taco. Tacos as defined by the general Swedish populace is a very popular dish here, but it bears essentially no resemblance, I don't think, to anything that most other parts of the world would describe as a taco. I mean, I would personally posit that the definition of taco is a little bit stricter than ingredients stacked vertically. But far be it for me to claim to have a better knowledge on what makes a taco than Taco Bell. That's going to be... I think that those are my collected thoughts on the topic. But thank you, Basehole, for consulting me on this important matter. Do we have taco stores, like taco restaurants? Not really, like not as an institution. It's like Taco Bell, to my knowledge, definitely does not exist here. Maybe it's in Stockholm, but I've been to exactly one kind of taco place in Gothenburg, and at the time that was like, whoa, this is kind of novel. But we don't have like any chains or anything. Is Taco Tuesday still a thing? Hang on. I was like, what's that music? And it's like fucking Alex Kidd music playing in the background. I thought I'd stop that. I was like, that music was not Onimusha. All right, it was Alex Kidd. Pretty much the same thing though. Taco Tuesday has never been a thing here, but Taco Friday is a big thing here. Like a lot of people have tacos like every Friday. Tacos, Swedish tacos, but and I think it's probably a, I would say after kebab tacos are like not the national dish or anything, but as far as like general, you know, average Joe, most popular like foods, definitely up there. But like I think, for example, most I mean, I've seen some weird shit people put in tacos, but the way it's like seasoned, it's like seasoned, I guess, with cumin and garlic and chili, and that's about it. Like no coriander, no like beans is not a common thing. Not a lot of like lime and stuff like that. I don't know. There's other things that I consider, like, from my knowledge, that seem like kind of integral parts that are just like non-existent. Yeah, cilantro. That's the same thing, right? Is it not? It's coriander. I think so. But that's like, I mean, I use it, but if you go to like a taco buffet, which is a common thing, I think, certain types of restaurants, you wouldn't have that kind of seasoning. Coriander's made from the seeds of the same plant. I see, okay. Cilantro tastes like soap. Yeah, that's an interesting thing, right? Certain people just, I mean, I can see it's very fragrant. I love it myself, but I can see how it can be quite divisive. Anyway, as much as I appreciate the engagement here, I'm trying to make my way through this manual. Also, I'm trying to be a little disciplined with my diet, which means I'm eating a little less than I would like to, which means talking about tacos is something I would rather not do. Okay. Let's take a look at the controls here. Circle button to shiraberu. It's the inspection button. X button, I think, is that the ogre gauntlet. Oni no something something. Triangle button. Something about combat. Throw kunai. Oh, that's with kaede. Okay, I see. Square to attack, R1 for stance, L1 for defense. Alright, seems simple enough. R2 for 180-degree turn. Alright, let's move on. We have like the basics of the controls. We got a life gauge, we got a Kiryoku gauge, the demon power gauge. We have a soul gauge. And we have a blue orb. And I feel like we'll probably figure some of this out as we go along. A square to attack. Okay, maybe I should read this. I mean, I didn't read about the Kamui stuff really ahead of time in Genji, and doing that would definitely have helped, so maybe I should take a look at some of this. This vertical reading stuff fucking trips me up, though. Senjutsukaku. Alright, so triangle is some kind of special ability that I guess is based on stuff we equip. You can do different things based on whether you are in combat stance or not. I guess we have different weapons. There's a screenshot here of firing arrows. Defense. Hold L1 to defend. You can also move... yeah, I guess hold defense and press the D-pad to, like, evade. There's souls of different colors. You get different orbs. You level up. And equip weapons. There's items. Monjo, there's lore. Option. All right. Okay. Well, I think we're good. Let's see if we can get into this finally. Check the options in case there's anything here. Holy shit, we can actually... Wow, okay. This is like fully... Well, I don't know about fully bilingual, but this is confusing because it's like subtitle voice, Japanese or English, and then subtitle text. Well, I guess we can put on English subtitles. Subtitle display on. Stereo A or stereo B, C. Okay, a stereo A sounds good, I guess. Vibration on. Hey, it actually vibrated. Now this is a quality game. Controls, I think. Yeah, we spent 15 minutes just reading up on this, so I think it's okay. I think it's voices. I'm not 100% positive, but I think so. I'm just confused because the first two kanji, as far as I'm aware, mean it's jimaku. It means subtitles. And then the second two kanji is like sound voice, and then this one is like jimaku moji, like subtitled text, Japanese or English, subtitle display on off. So subtitle voice just seems like a strange phrasing. But yeah, I would definitely not have expected this to be bilingual in any sense. So I guess probably only in the cutscenes we'll get English dial or subtitles. But hey, that's a lot more than I would have expected. Hajime kara, from the beginning, new game. Let's do it. Capcom presents. No Marvel Comics though. Turn up the audio a bit. Fucking top billing. Yo, what up, Socrates? Happy Monday. I guess they had a lot of fancy people involved in this, sounds like. Oh yeah, I guess Americans have today off, huh? It's a pretty good Monday. Alright, we got some 2001 level CG. No actual subtitles during this, I guess. Putting a layer of text on top of this pre-rendered movie to advance for 2001. Some do. Well, okay. It's a holiday in the US, I guess I should say. Whether you have the day off work, I suppose, is a completely separate matter. That is fair enough. It is definitely not a holiday here, though. Well, definitely. I mean, it's no less of a holiday than any other day, but... Yeah, like this looks good, but it's funny that the first thing we see looked a bit goofy. Yes, this is the first game which, for whatever reason, was released in English as Onimusha Warlords. That is why you protect your neck. Yeah, we did it. We beat the game, guys. But yeah, it's funny, like, I mentioned this before, but basically the entire reason we're playing this is because this game came up in conversation frequently when I was playing Genji. And I don't know what to expect in terms of similarities between the games. But looking at this, like the CG stuff here, I think for sure it's... you can tell that there's a good amount of time in between these games. It's easy, I think, to kind of think of these as similar games, which is fair enough. But this game was early 2001, and Genji was 2005. And that is pretty much like the span of the PS2 like generation, which I think, as far as this kind of stuff was, I mean, 4 to 5 years is a pretty huge stretch. I mean, 4 years before this was like Resident Evil 1, basically. So yeah, obviously the quality of production and like the CG stuff, like it's gonna change a lot. Oh, it looks good. Absolutely. Aesthetically, I think the level of fidelity in terms of the graphics and how the characters look in game and everything, they do a really good job of making it look not like fully realistic, but having these like photographic textures for the character faces without having like super realistic modeling and stuff. Like they make it work and fit together really well. No, Genji has Super Mario 64 controls. That's why I got fucked up whenever the camera changes and I got locked into weird directions. Yeah, we gotta go to Inabayama Castle to fight monsters. Happy Monday, Snooge. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, like I didn't bring the point up because I wanted to dunk on this game for looking bad compared to a like super high profile first party Sony game from 5 years later. But just in terms of it, it's interesting, and I mean, hypothetically anyway, I would absolutely love to play through this series just to see how the games evolve and compare, because I'm sure, yeah, like Sengoku 3, Onimusha 3 was like 05, I think, and the fourth one was like 2007. So in terms of like a lot of things, I'm sure the third game is a more closer comparison to Genji. Yeah, the Xbox version is that's Genma Onimusha, right? Like, I think that was something akin to the RE Director's Cut, if I'm not mistaken. But obviously I never really played this, so like I don't know how they compare. But yeah, like as I said, the comparison is more about like kind of reminding myself and like, oh yeah, this game is pretty much like, lest we feel underwhelmed by this game by comparing it to Genji that was just played on stream. This game is essentially from a different generation. Like this was it's not a launch game. The PS2 launched in Japan in March of 2000, and this came out in March 2001. But it was still pretty much in that first, like up until then, there weren't a lot of big games in 2000. Like 2001 is when you started getting the real bangers. And according to Capcom themselves, at least, this game was apparently the first million seller on PS2, which I can absolutely believe. Like in early 01, this would have been one of the first kind of, well, as you said, Sorg, it's like must-have games. No shitty brown filter. Well, I mean, that's definitely more of a 05 thing than a 2001 thing, but we'll see how the game looks. Yeah, it's interesting too, because like this, like RE, the Resident Evil remake was 02, right? So it's like pretty close to this in time. So maybe that would be an interesting point of comparison as well. Save Princess Yuki. Yeah, this is full-on tank controls, but actually, yeah, it's kind of interesting too, because it is 60 FPS, which Resident Evil is not. Okay, just going that way. Okay, analog stick is like not used. Okay, getting used to the controls here. But yeah, it looks really slick so far. I guess that's Yuki. There we go. Okay, you kind of like auto lock, turn around. Yeah, you like auto aim. So you don't like manually turn because you sidestep on the left and right buttons. But you turn towards them automatically. It works pretty well. Yeah, I wouldn't expect this to look like Resident Evil. For a number of reasons. But I hadn't really... It's one of those weird things, like, I didn't really play any PS2 at this time. When I bought my PS2 in 05, I had, like, barely interacted with a PS2 console. I didn't really have any friends who had one. But I played RE when it came out, you know? So it's weird to kind of align the timeline like that. But also Resident Evil was, like, fucking insanely good looking at the time. I mean, it still is. So... but being that this has, like, the pre-rendered backgrounds, like, it's similar in some ways. But the fact, if nothing else, the fact that it's 60 FPS means that, you know, Resident Evil is 30 FPS, so obviously they can crank up certain visual aspects a lot further. And also in terms of their level of experience making these kinds of graphics for these types of games. You know, a year is not nothing. Especially, like, coming to grips with these platforms and everything. Started as a PlayStation game. Yeah, that makes sense. Given the kind of scale of this production, like, it could easily have been in production for a good while. Did I just fall over? I'm, like, not paying attention to the cutscene here. The giant monster thing hit us. As it's not looking at all. Got generated? Yeah, I guess so. There we go. Yeah, tank control's a point of contention for a lot of people. Personally speaking, I think it's completely up to what the game is, whether it's... Also, I think tank controls as a... I don't want to say catch-all term, because it does have a pretty specific meaning, but just because you turn and walk forward and backward, like, not every game that has that control scheme handle the same. There's a lot of other things that impact, like, how you move around. You know, movement speed, turning speed, how, like, to what extent the game itself is kind of designed around it, or, like, you know, how much the game acknowledges your limitations in movement, etc., etc. For example, in this game, as we just learned, there's kind of an auto-turning, auto-aiming kind of thing during combat, so you don't have that, like, super awkward thing where you have to, like, aim very carefully and get stuck. So that seems like an interesting way they handle that. But I think also, I mean, I wouldn't fault anyone for saying, oh, I don't think I like this, I don't think I will get used to the controls. But in my experience, you kind of have to see what it's like before you can really determine how much of a problem it may or may not be. But I also think, like, certain games, like in the Resident Evil games, like, I think it works beautifully, especially in Remake, where you can, the C-type controls where you run on the shoulder button, like, it's super comfy to play that way. And it just works really well. Got the instructions. Instructions. Genma を倒すとする魂をツボタンを押し付けると取ることが、absorb souls with X. Red is orb or tama. Okay, yeah. So red strengthens our item. So I'm assuming that's like experience orbs that we use to level shit up. Blue recovers demon power, ogre power, I guess, I don't know, and yellow replenishes health. Yeah, I feel like Onimusha Dawn of Dreams is, like, not really talked about much at all. Yeah, here's, like, the Senjutsu Kaku or whatever it's called. Tama shita joutai de sankaku botanを押すと四角に使用できます。Alright, so using the triangle button thing expands demon power gauge. 強化する We can spend so we can use the red souls to power up orbs or, like, balls or items. I'm not sure what those orbs are, but we'll figure it out. Alright, okay, I guess we can do that then. Let's press start and see what we got here. This generic armor is coated with Japanese lacquer. Alright, good. Normal sword. Alright, we got herbs. Oh yeah, this is the lore screen. So yeah, it's pretty sick. This is all going to be in well, I was going to say, this is all going to be in English. No, wait, fuck, no it's not. This was in English during the cutscene because they... it was voiced. Whatever, map. Nanamagari. Okay, alright. Back, okay. So I guess select, no. How do I... Okay, so this is not... Okay, I'm not sure where I power stuff up, but we have 0 of anything, so I guess we'll worry about that later. Save the game data here. And oh, okay, oh, right. I did see something that looked like Kagami, like mirror. So this is where we don't have enough souls to enhance the herb. All right, and I guess we cannot enhance our weapons. No ink ribbons. Error. Wait, what? Okay. I like that it calls it an error. What? There's no save data to overwrite? Something's wrong. There we go. The vertical writing is obviously a common thing to help, you know, with the mood and everything. But I'm of two minds because it's like, it's cool, but it's harder to read. Man, this looks pretty good. Like, it doesn't look as good as Resident Evil. Like, I'm thinking more specifically of the backgrounds themselves. But they look nice and sharp. Like, it looks really high quality. And you have these little animation snippets with, like, I don't know, it looks good. L1 to block, I think. Yep. Oh, okay, so there's like a counter thing. I thought there might be. I'm you know, it's not Genji, but it's pretty fucking cool so far. I mean, the backgrounds, I don't think they look conspicuously static. Is that a door or a cupboard? Alright, that was a door, I guess. Oh, okay, I'll just stand here and get surrounded. Pretty satisfying. So the question is, do I... Okay, so I do have like different attacks. Is there something in here? No. Like the way the shadow is being cast properly over the background items and stuff. I think it's pretty... The way that characters like fit into the backgrounds and how they like blend in. Wait, let me double check something here. I think it is... that looks a little brighter. I feel like it's closer to Resident Evil Remake than anything that came before it, I guess. Not that I'm super... well, I mean... Because this would have been kind of the first of these on PS2, because Code Veronica didn't have pre-rendered backgrounds, right? Yeah, the counters are not quite on Genji's level. I mean, nothing in the combat is, but that's like not quite what this game sets out to do as far as I can tell. It's still pretty satisfying. Oh, I guess that's where I came from. Locked. Can we get through here? But I think the big difference between this and RE is like the lighting. Like Ari has a lot of very dramatic lighting in the backgrounds, and they do a good job of matching it in real time for the characters. This looks a little flatter by comparison, but the characters still like fit into the backgrounds really well. Like compared to what you would be used to on PS1 or Dreamcast. Like to look this good and be 60 FPS, like it's pretty fucking impressive. Yeah, Vagrant Story is like an amazing looking game for sure. Please reach the keep as soon as possible and rescue Princess Yuki. Alright. Oh yeah, I'm not saying the Dreamcast could not have done something like this, and I'm sure there are Dreamcast games that look amazing. I'm just saying, like, without having a lot of like factual basis for it, my gut feeling is that this would have been pretty impressive looking. You know, the high resolution, like sharper backgrounds, and like it doesn't feel compromised or anything. Like it's just, I don't know, quite nice. Yeah, movement's like pretty nice. I jump down? Or is this... No, oh. What a big hole! Very Resident Evil. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I mean, I don't think there was really much of anything else to do or places to go. Interesting. Yeah, so this inventory system obviously a bit different from Resident Evil. Yeah, I think we can pretty safely just drop down here. I don't think we're missing much. Let's do it. So much like Genji, before I started playing this, I was a little bit worried about what the language barrier might be, because like obviously my Japanese is like not great. I can usually skate by. So like the up attack is like a knockdown. I'm not sure if the orbs are going to disappear, so I'm like scared to wait too long. So the kick also kind of knocks down. Like I can get by usually, but it depends, you know, on how much you need to read, how much the game, like if it gives you crucial information in text only, or worse yet, if it's voice only, that can be a bit tricky for me. And especially when it's these like medieval Japanese settings, there's often kind of archaic language used, and the font is usually not easy to read, and it's like vertical text, like all kinds of things that just make it a little more difficult. So learning that you can just set it to English is a very, very nice, it's a relief. Looks like this mummified monk was like, even the, like this is so Resident Evil, just like the way this stuff is written. I mean, presumably none of this is like important, but カルト玉と力Alright. I can't really make out too much of that, but gotta defeat demons. I don't know. I mean, it's the same thing in Resident Evil. Like, sometimes there are documents you find that has, like, puzzle hints and stuff, but for the most part, it's all just lore stuff that you can kind of relatively safely ignore, you know? I want to hit the other guy, but I thought my swing would be wide enough to hit him, but I like also that there's no running, but like your normal movement is like never feels slow. That alone like makes it pretty different from Resident Evil. You got the Seiryu. Seiryu Volume 1. Alright. So I assume... Alright. Genma ni sumono o uketa. Okay. Assume I need more volumes. Inafune is credited as producer on this game. I bet Shinji Mikami was busy with Resident Evil while this was being made, if I had to guess. Because he was the director of that, the remake. This was developed, I think, by Capcom Production Studio 2, which I don't really keep super... I just remember reading that earlier today. I don't have super clear, like, in my head which, like, team is which, or which different studio is which, but... if Shinji Mikami was involved with this, I would assume that his name would be featured prominently. Wait, was that chest inside the urn? Alright, cool. Journal 1. Yeah, just super quick, like, does the manual have credits? I don't... doesn't have credits, but it does have an ad for the album. Oh yeah, the original soundtrack. Rising Sun. Well, I probably wouldn't really be able to read many of the names in kanji anyway. I like that we get some artwork for these journals too. It's pretty cool. Thunder Orb. It's funny that I recognize a few of these things from the fighting game that we played a while back. So do I... This will enable you to use the sword with the power of thunder. Oh, okay, so this... okay, it equipped it. Okay, that's just what I wanted to check. So that's triangle. Okay. Doesn't seem to expend anything currently, but maybe only if it hits. And there's a trick treasure box. 3 more turns. Okay, so I assume... Yes, okay. There we go. Rope ladder. Sick. Is that going to let us get out of that hole? Are we just going to toss the rope ladder up? Is that how that works? So mirror, right? Well, let's open this box first. Seiryu no Sho. Okay, so we're getting like pieces here. Okay, interesting. I'm very curious how some of this might have been translated to the English version. Yeah, the puzzle box, the kanji, I it didn't register to me that it might be difficult or unclear, but the kanji on the puzzle box were literally numbers. It's just the kanji for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But this, like, it's like a cipher or something. It looks like, kind of. No, wait. Okay, so that is. So I get to choose. So this was the first one. Okay, so question, answer. Okay, so there's a question. The cipher is a question, and I get to piece together an answer. Okay. So does it match? No. Maybe I just put them in the order that they say in the writing I have. Because it looks like I enter 3 of them. Then it's just the circles with the triangle in the bottom. Then it's boxes. Okay, so that one does not exist. Okay. So Genma ni uketa mono. Maybe no. Okay, whoops. Okay, let me see if I can understand anything of this. So the first row definitely says Genma ni because that's the same. So it might just be that I need to find more scrolls to help me decipher more of the rows in the question. Because yeah, the second line in the question box on the top right just has a bunch of symbols that don't appear in this one book that I have, so I have no way of knowing what that means. In other words, I couldn't piece together this sentence. So I take it that I'm meant to find more of these, and these will piece together. I'll be able to basically compare what's written here with what I have in those journals, and I can piece together a sentence in that question box. And once I understand what the sentence is, I will have at least a theoretically easier time piecing together what the answer is. So we can see this one, for example, that just has this box right here. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what this means. Like, I wanted to make sure whether whether it seemed like the game intends for me to be able to beat the, or like figure out the puzzle now or not, and it does not. Okay. So it looks here like we have 940 soul juice, which equals 0 enhancements. Oh, I can still fill it up. Almost. Okay, so it doesn't equal like 1. I guess it's just 1,000 equals... Like, the gauge itself resets every 1,000 and gives you a number instead. Okay. I get it. I get it. So let's take a look. Und Temple. Well, I guess we're no longer in the Und. Crystal is fitted in the center, and there seems to be a thunder inside the crystal. Alright, so... Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I guess I used the thing I have, and he must have thought the same thing. Okay, so these also... We're now learning that our orb power-ups also work as, keys. Ah, okay, I figured it was something there. Magic Jewel. It's a Magatama. What does that do? Will enhance your magic. What does that mean? Enhance your magic power. Is it like... Do I level something up with it? Or do I... Is it like... Does it refill my gauge, which is full? If any of you guys are familiar with this game, by all means, please, like, explain that to me. Oh, okay, we just went through the door. It's like... I'm not exactly missing Resident Evil door sequences, but it's like almost a little jarring. Oops. That's pretty cool. How quickly you transition to other rooms. Oh, it just does like the whole combo automatically, I see. I mean, even that is nice to not have to, like, wait for the load time. Keeps the pace nice and snappy. But I feel like I don't expect to enter the next room so sudden. Oh, fuck off. The life orbs seem pretty rare. Let's do this. Simple. Magic jewels increase max. So does that mean that once I get one of those, I should just use it immediately? Is that the takeaway? Yeah. South area map. Okay. Might reveal. Okay, so magic, is that the same as soul power or demon ogre blue gauge? Well, it's fairly low-ish, so why don't we find out? Okay. Well, we didn't really lose out on much by not using it before the fight, so we're good. The music's like kind of weird. I don't know. Nope. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, so we have doors with some colors. Does that mean so the yeah, okay, so the blue is like the thunder orb door, and this means we gotta have maybe it is barred. Okay, so maybe the red is like the fire orb or something that we need. Well, clearly the goop over there on the big orb eyeball kind of thing on the door itself is indicative of an orb block. You can actually hit dudes on wake up in this, unlike Genji. That's nice. Yeah, like whenever you activate the stance, like you auto aim and lock on like pretty instantly. Like even when in like you don't let go of the combat stance, you just hold up and you still like run full speed. Like I feel like there's a lot of things they did in how the combat feels to make it pretty nice and smooth. Like you're pretty mobile. I mean, this is no Alone in the Dark 1, that's for sure. See if there's anything I can do to interact with that. But I guess this is where we go. Oh, try to block, but I'm still in attack mode, I guess. Oh, there's a dude. Oh, that's pretty bad. Wait, okay. You okay, buddy? To just take a herb off of this guy? A giant monster took Princess Yuki and went down under the dry moat. This way, I guess. This looks like a moat. Check the map real quick. So that looks like we can't go to that other door, but let's see what he says. Nope. Marked by red ink. Okay. But yeah, coming off of Super Metroid, this map is very nice in that it's it shows you where the doors are and they're like color coded. That's nice. Equipment. Aha. So this is where we use. You have used the rope ladder. I fully expect a first-person climbing sequence. There is a ladder. Yes, I will go down. But nope, we're skipping past that. Like it's. I guess in some ways, what this reminds me of more than Resident Evil is Dino Crisis 2, which is also a very action-oriented game. I've not played that in probably 20 years, but gives me kind of similar vibes. Okay, so we just get to the same. I suppose whenever there's a save thing, there's going to be one of these as well. Let's see what we can enhance. Oh, yeah, because, right, I was like, oh, and now I have almost 2,000, but no, it adds, like, it keeps everything. Don't have enough souls. I can't do anything. Maybe if I fill it up so I have one soul, can I then increase, like, enhance the herb? I don't know that you would want to spend that much to increase a healing item, though, because that's not very, like, permanent compared to improving your stuff. Enhance the orb to break stronger seals. Does this mean that there are locked doors that will not be unlocked unless we have leveled up the orb? Okay, I just wanted to get a sense of like the rate and how much this fills. So it looks like it probably cost about as much as upgrading the sword. Although it sounds like we need to do this, but I think upgrading both of them at once is like kind of pointless. So I should, like, focus on one first. I don't think the game's gonna, like, soft lock us or anything, though, but... hopefully we're not gonna have to, like, grind or anything. Dude, I can't get over how quickly this game saves. PS2 games normally take, like, 2 years to save, and this is, like, half a second. Like, I guess the sword, too, is gonna be replaced. I'm gonna get other swords, though, right? So... is that incentive to not put that shit in the sword? Who knows? Medicine. Okay, yeah. So it looks like the herb will be upgraded to a medicine if we spend souls on it. Let's see what this says. You see raging flames in it. Yeah. Figured as much. Oh, I guess this is a door. That was a weird subtitle. Nice of the game to give us a save spot right before this, at least. shit. Oh shit, okay. Health. You can kind of cancel recovery with guard, but like not instantly. Oh. Feels pretty good. Okay. Oh, that's okay. Angles make it a little harder to see what he's doing, though. Big health, thank you. Nice. Counter hit. That went pretty well. Pretty happy with that. Oh, big chunky souls. Although he did drop some souls mid-fight that I didn't get, but it is what it is. Can we inspect his corpse? Nope. Is this stuff? Nope. Is that a skeleton in here? That looks like a skeleton. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, we talked about this too, right? How the, it seems peculiar that they would release just Onimusha 1 instead of like a collection or something. And like Dino Crisis for sure seems like something they could do something with that would not necessarily require a tremendous amount of budget. It would be nice to see. I remember really liking Dino Crisis 2. I've been meaning to play part 3. I have it. Not a legitimate copy, but I could load it up on my Xbox at some point. And I would definitely like to do that sometime. Wait, is there a red door that leads into the same room? I guess so. Maybe the door I came through is... Oh yeah, I guess he smashed it. Dino Crisis 3 is a train wreck. Well, if you think that would stop me from playing it, you must be new here. Yeah, I like how the whole dropping orbs like mid battle. It's pretty nice. Like the only thing that like puts me off games is when they are frustrating and like tedious and boring, I guess. Like being bad, whatever that means. Like it only really puts me off a game if it also is like too difficult. If I can't progress and I get stuck in the same spot, like that will put me off playing a game. But just it being a bit mediocre, usually not so much. Maybe I'll actually like it. I mean, stranger things have happened. I mean, I fucking love Pitfall 3D. I don't think that's a game that many people would go to bat for. Dino Crisis 3 is super hard. Well, that sucks.
信長は我ら玄馬と契約を結んだ未来永劫玄馬に尽くすとな。そうだ、ついさっきできたばかりの新しい息子を見せてやろう。生きるレナルード、そいつの腹をかっさばき、舌打ちを好きなだけのもない。
Alright, pretty sick. We got these fucking tokusatsu monster villains. So, okay, I thought we just like literally had a fight. Whoa, that's not blockable. Yeah, so like you strafe on left and right. Oh, okay, not exactly a boss. Just a new enemy type from here on out, I guess. But because you automatically lock on, sidestepping like circle strafes, basically. Yeah, Pitfall 3D was a 1998 PS1 game, which was awesome. I love that game. And there is another, it's not called Pitfall 3D, I don't think, but there's a Pitfall game on PS2 also, which I don't remember if that had a Japanese version. But I'm very curious to play that to see what it's like. But the thing that made Pitfall 3D so interesting to me is that it's like, it felt very old school in a way, which I feel like the PS2 game probably does not, if I had to guess. I'm still curious to see what it's like, though. Fire Orb. So, do we get a new sword also? Well, looks like it. Yeah, fucking Broadsword. Yeah, and you. Cool. Alright, so the numbers there, I assume, represent levels. I guess we'll just have the three of them. So it's not like we're gonna be... Well, there was that screenshot in the manual where he was firing a bow. So maybe... I don't know, it's just like the way the menu is laid out. Oh yeah, what is this? This stone glows with a certain item. This item will automatically work when it is needed. Alright, okay. Cool. No need to worry about that then. Many weird instruments, their use is unknown. Anything here? No. Yeah, I like the art in this, like the environments and stuff. It's pretty cool. It's not gorgeous like the same way that Genji was, but it's definitely, it has its own appeal. Okay, so this is like the Haggar Sword, I guess. Oh, I like that you can hit them as they get up. That feels very nice after Genji. Whoa, hello. I like aim. It's a really cool looking. I guess I descend to my level. Oh, I can't block it. Whoa! Draining. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, we get all of it back. And more. Ugh, okay. That was disgusting. I mean, this game definitely has a schlock factor that Genji does not have. But I like it. I mean, I'm not comparing them per se. Like, they're so different. I keep getting thrown off by the lack of anything happening. They have very different types of appeal. Well, I already started leveling this up, so I feel like I might as well... It's not like... The Raizan has been enhanced and is now level 2. I hardly think that's going to be a waste. Since we sort of kind of accidentally started putting into this, we might as well do that. So I assume this also means, I guess it's not clear, but so the blue sword has the thunder special, the red sword has the fire special, but is the special contained within the orb or the sword itself? In other words, if the special attack has levels or is upgraded separate from just the general damage increase from leveling up the sword, like, or maybe a better way of phrasing it is, does this affect my special move, or does this literally only affect which doors I can unlock? I don't know. Oh, we can save here. I don't know, I'll be honest and say the music is not doing an awful lot for me so far. I think that may be partially that I'm... not that I can't hear it, but, you know, streaming and, like, it's not the ideal circumstances to enjoy the music, probably. But also, it's like orchestral score stuff, which, in fairness, was like kind of novel. The box even actually brags on the back of the box. Like, the game's plot is not described at all on the box. It just says, like, an action game, like sword fighting action where you cut down and absorb enemies. That's like the description of the game. And then it's just a bullet list where it says, like amazing battle scenes where you can cut down enemies and absorb their souls to power up your items and weapons. Beautiful backgrounds and characters brought forth by the power of the PlayStation 2. And then it says the main character was modeled after and voiced by Takeshi Kaneshiro, who also is credited as guest creator. And then the fourth bullet point is soundtrack recorded with a 200-piece orchestra. So they consider that one of 4 important things to mention on the back of the box. And I mean, yeah, of course, CD music had been a thing and orchestral music had been a thing, but I think for the most part, like, it would still be not super common to, I guess, spend the money on hiring an actual live orchestra to record video game scores. And I mean, the quality is very high, for sure. But it is a style of music which I'm not going to find as appealing or exciting, generally speaking, as, like, PS1, like, synth bops or whatever. Always upgrade orbs first. Yeah, I guess I just don't, like, have a very good idea of what that entails, really. Oh. Okay, hit that thing. Sometimes the distance can get a little weird with the camera angles, but not too bad. Oh yeah, they will absorb everything, of course. Oh yeah, I can't block these guys. Well, they die in one hit, right? So, well. Nice. This is the way back, right? Right, that was like the red, whatever sign, red seal. Yeah, this sword is slower, but I like that it kills enemies faster. So, not dead. It's pretty nice to just like get health drops and stuff. So it was a save point. I feel like I want to upgrade that orb while I can. So sure, let's just get a feel for like are there going to be enemies respawning? Oh, I guess so. So you can kind of farm, which is pretty interesting. Oh, I need to equip. I see. Well, I guess we leveled up this sword. We might as well try to use it a bit, see if we notice any differences. Enhanced. Did the icon change? Probably, because they faded out the artwork. So let's get... Hey, nice. Even got all the way there. Yep, okay, definitely changed. Full one has been enhanced and is now level 2. Well, putting like 20% of a bar into anything seems useless, so I might as well hold on to the souls. Yeah, the generic sword seems to serve no purpose. Well, I might as well save here. Actually, let's do that. Drain moat. For some reason, I read that as dried meat. As good a sign as any that I should take a short break. I need to get better at taking breaks, as I say every stream. Stepping away for a few minutes, stretch my legs and whatnot. If you've been sitting on your ass all day like I have, maybe you should too. But hey, I'm not going to tell on anyone. I'll be AFK for a few minutes, but I'll be back, and then we will unlock that other door and see what lies beyond. See you guys in a little bit. Okay, let's resume. Watching a video of Pitfall 3D, how can anyone like that? Well, it's pretty easy. You play it and you enjoy it, and then you just like it. That's all it takes. Wait, it's a sword level? I don't understand these numbers. I guess we're going back this way. Well, the reasons I liked Pitfall 3D was it was fun. It had, like, you know, pretty arcadey, like I said, like very old school kind of feel to it. And I had like a good challenge and a pretty satisfying like scoring mechanic. And had really cool like set piece boss fights and shit too. Aiming to the right enemy you want to hit, it's maybe not always super easy. Yeah, I understand the two numbers refers to the sword and the orb. I was just confused because I didn't think I'd leveled up the red sword, but I guess I did. Well, I guess we're getting a bunch of meter here. Or meter, orbs, whatever. Dude, the fucking skull shit just keeps... Are the enemies just gonna infinitely respawn? Is that how this shit works? Well... Yeah, that... I was gonna say, before... Let's just leave. As we cashed out. I mean, I said at the time, even when we played it, that I don't think... Oh, no, coin. Oh, okay, so orbs. The orb is level 2, but the sword is level 1. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I think the... I think Pitfall 3D would probably not have been received super well at the time, just because it... I think... It is such a different thing than I think most people would have been kind of looking for in a 3D platform at the time. But personally, I happen to really enjoy it. I mean, I don't think I would have been very impressed with it in 1998. But in 2020, that's a different story. It's a pretty seamless transition to this cinematic. It's a nice touch. I'm pretty impressed, even though you have obviously the screen transition in the doors, you know, lack of door animation notwithstanding. Not a lot of like loading, you know. Oh boy. With a command grab. Okay. I'm mashing. Does that make a difference? I don't know. Probably should have just used the meter, but oh well. Lesson learned. Still haven't used a single herb. We're probably in a new area now. Yeah. Map's no longer active here. If I find items or like a safe spot, hey, I was gonna say, I'll heal if we come to combat, but we might not need to use a herb. Heap map. Okay, nice. Armor? No armor upgrades. Whoa, hello. Whoa. Our friend? Yeah, he was in the other game too. Strange man is silently staring at you. He was like the bonus level dude or something, I think. In Buraiden. Recover your magic power here. Interesting. Okay. Well, we I don't know how much I can or should level these up, but let's just... I mean, we get orbs pretty quickly, so let me try... Okay, I figured this would be the case. But it takes more orbs, more souls to level it up every time. Then obviously that's, you know, what you would expect, but that's pretty much confirmation. Let's take a look at the map. Having to flip around like this to get the right like screen in the map is a little questionable. Like, they could have made the access to the map a little easier. So there's the main door and the thing off to the side. So the path off to the side looks like it just leads into that corner. So we should probably go there first. Well, I'll try that first anyway. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, fuck. Okay. Should be alive still. Yeah. He didn't have any fucking... He had iframes, rather. Yeah, let's see what's in here. I mean, if we were to die, it's not the end of the world. We literally just saved. How are we doing on items, though? We have 3 of them. Small amount of vitality. Let's figure out how much you actually get healed from this. Okay, so about half-ish of my current life bar. Simonowski redeemed draw this game. Whew, man, the queue is piling up. This is, I was gonna say this is bad. Maybe, I don't know if it's bad, but you might be waiting a while. We'll get to it, though. We'll get to it. But yeah, that should be fun. I mean, there's a lot of cool monsters and shit in this. I actually drew Samonosuke years ago. I did a thing which some of you may have seen back in 2013. Oh, it has 2 of them because you need the level 2 orb. I see. Well, good thing we have it. I did a thing for Capcom's 30th anniversary where I drew... I posted 1 picture every day for 30 days straight in at the end of 2013. And each day... each drawing was from a game from a different year, starting in 1984. And I didn't draw this game, but I made a drawing for Onimusha 3. So we'll see. Maybe I would be more inclined to draw somebody else from this game. I mean, I have probably about a month or so until I need to figure that out, but... Hey, another clue book, looks like. Well, it's a blue book, but it's also... Well, shit. Not a clue book. Animono nanoda, kono Nobunaga. They're writing... There's lore about Nobunaga. 14. I can't even be bothered trying to read it. Whoa! What's this all about? You can see lightning inside a crystal. Okay. Is that because I had this sword? I mean, I feel like I could squeeze past there, but let's equip this and see what happens. Flame is flickering in a crystal. Aha, but there's a swirling twister in a crystal. The fence prevents you from proceeding any further. I see. So we need the third orb before we can go here. Okay. Duly noted. Oh, I wonder... Well, I guess maybe we... Well, we'll find out. I was thinking, is the door... Okay, well, it's only locked. Okay, let me try this. Okay, yeah. So once it's been, like, unsealed or whatever, we don't have to keep equipping different swords every time we want to pass through a door. That's nice. They didn't have to do it that way, but they did. Yeah, I like how you can, like, move backwards pretty swiftly. We might as well... okay, actually, let's take a look. Yeah, okay. No, I meant to... Fuck. Well, I can save. I meant to enhance. But yeah, saving is pretty quick still. Even including navigating the menus, it's not bad. Don't think this is going to be enough? Yeah. Pretty interesting, the whole, like... Oh. I guess the fact that we needed the blue level 2 orb, we haven't needed it until that door, is indicative that we're kind of ahead of the curve in terms of orb leveling. Suddenly narrator.
そんなことより様の助だな。お主、おだけに使える気はござらんか？お主ほどの男なら、我が殿も喜んで迎えられや。断る。自由気ままに生きるのが俺の生き方だ。まあよい。拙者は諦めませんぞ。では。
It's funny how, like, you have the actor likeness main character, and then you have these, like, side characters with, like, completely, you know, unrealistic faces. I mean, it looks cool. Like, it still works, but it's still an interesting, like, touch. When he first showed up, I was like, man, I like the character art. Like, he looks good. But then you see them together, it's, like, kind of funny. Like, yeah, they're pretty different looking there, but... Oh, okay, interesting. So I was expecting to see a couple of armor types here, but... Nope. Yeah, no bow. Okay, we'll get there, though. Well, this is just a room, so... Why don't we check this first? Weird, uneasy. His armor doesn't help to block their attack. I guess he means to say that this armor is not effective against demon folks or whatever, so no use picking it up. Journal 3. I'm hungry. Something, something. I can read like 2 words in every one, and then I'm like, yeah, whatever. Spears with blades. They're useless. What about that armor up there? Is that also useless? This whole thing just to find a little piece of lore? I mean, I guess so. Mashing. Hugging the walls and mashing circle. As you do. Alright, okay, well. That's that, I guess. Oh, hello. Luckily, blocking is like omnidirectional. You don't have to worry about facing the right way when you block. That would have been a nuisance, given that you can't really turn around. At least not manually. And you also automatically face directly towards them once you do block. So it's always kind of easy to counterattack after blocking, because you'll always be facing the enemy. Like, there's a lot of little touches like that where I feel like it would have come from a lot of iterating and tweaking the gameplay systems, like, as they're developing the game. And the kind of stuff I would not expect to behave that way in a slightly older game. There's a weird pit. That's, okay, not how I would describe this, but... yeah, like, it's not perfect. You can kind of... sometimes the auto-targeting is a little funny, but... I mean, it works more than it doesn't.
そんなことはしない。小僧、名前は？夢丸。夢丸か。さっきはなぜ捕まれそうになっていたんだ？知らないよ、そんなの。じゃあここで何をしているんだ？楓、お前夢丸を頼む。俺は雪姫を追う。分かったわ。
I like that the orb, like, blinks on the gauntlet. That's a cool touch. Wait, Jeep, run the other way. Sometimes with the like, hard cuts in the camera can be a little disorienting. So I take it that little gradient is a staircase, probably, because it looks like on the top left, that's a little gradient. That was like the weird basement thing. And it looks like there's gonna be a staircase probably up then, at the end of this hallway. Okay, luckily our sword cuts through the walls, no problem. Whoa, hello. Oh, okay, there's a 4th guy. Oh shit, he like fell over. Dude, I'm having a lot of luck here. Oh, luck ran out. I was gonna say, these guys like keep whiffing somehow. Feel like some orbs maybe disappeared? I don't know. We're still in pretty good shape. And here's another herb. And there's the staircase. Yep, and there's a door here. None of this stuff matters, but that's fine. One room on the other side of this, so... ooh, a trick chest! Sorry, a trick treasure box. Oh, this is when you get 5 turns. Oh, this is gonna be bad. At least you only have 2 options. I assume we get multiple tries if we fuck it up. Well, I already fucked this up. Alright, good. Yeah, I'm like terrible with this shit. Oh, this isn't gonna work. So I spent 2 turns to get the number 1 up there. It's not gonna work. It is gonna work. Hey, we got the bow. Okay, interesting. So the bow does have limited arrows. Okay, so we equip this bow plus normal X10. Oh yeah, you can still strafe and move around. I feel like this is like kind of situational, but I just wanted to kind of see. Actually, I think, well, whatever. I pressed the wrong button, that's fine. I was gonna say, I feel like I still prefer the fire sword even with this at level 2. Suzak. Hey, Suzak, volume 2. Nice. Genma no. No, okay. So, yeah, okay, so we're kind of piecing together the meanings of a few symbols here. So the first set of kanji, you can see the group on the far right and the center are kind of the same. So it says Genma, which I guess is like the demons. And Genma O, which is like, well, I don't even know how to translate that. O is it's a particle that indicates the object of a sentence. Little square box with the cross in it, that's no, that's like indicates possession. And the group of shapes on the top left, those 4 ones, that means like myself. So we have a few extra kind of words that we can piece together. I think those puzzles are kind of cool. But they sort of, you know, see a pail above you. We can't do anything with it, I see, okay. But, you know, it kind of stops the game dead in its track when you have to, like, futz around in a menu for 5 minutes trying to figure out a puzzle, which, depending on how these games kind of evolve over the series, which I don't know. Well, I guess you just told me that I need to cut the rope. I would have not assumed that to be a thing, because that's not a thing in Resident Evil. But I guess we can try that. Well, I guess it wasn't clear, but I guess that means it was cut from, or it was tied from here, so we would not have been able to cut the rope from below. Well, I probably would not have noticed that. Assuming that's not an mandatory item, I probably would have missed that. So that's fine. But yeah, like, depending on what kind of a game it is, like, maybe you want to have some of those puzzles to kind of, I don't know, extend the game. Or maybe you want to streamline those kinds of things so the pace is kind of more maintained. So I wonder if I would have been able to do anything with the pail up here. I guess maybe I would have checked that first. Or maybe he would have just said, it's a pail. Well, we know for a fact that there's an item at the bottom now, so... Oh, shit. I didn't realize that was a thing. First time that happened. Oh, just blew up. I like that these guys, like, miss a lot. Makes my life a little easier. Well, yeah, it's a damn good thing we actually did level up those orbs as we did, because now we keep bumping into these level 2 doors. So maybe I wasn't quite as ahead of the curve as I thought I might have been. Having to go back to level it up would be a little annoying. I think it's a level 2. I can't even see the door properly, but it would be really weird if it was level 3, I think. Yeah. I mean, I don't know exactly, but I could see this game, like, it feels like a little bit... Knowing what I know about the Resident Evil series, I feel like this game, if you compare this to the original games, the PS1 RE games, or Resident Evil up until this point, and you compare this to even Devil May Cry, but also like the Resident Evil games that, post 4, this is a game that feels obviously closer to the original RE games than anything. Well, I mean, again, closer to Dino Crisis 2 probably, but out of the RE games, like, it's a little bit like, you can see its kind of roots. But I think it's also like, not that it's super awkward or bad for it, but it's a little bit, it's got some aspects that are more straightforward action, and it's got some parts that are a little more plotting, slow-paced puzzle, and I can see the argument being made that those pieces not all fitting together. You could take what this game is and you could push it further into a Resident Evil direction, which certainly has a lot of action, but even the action is kind of slow and kind of deliberate and, a little clunky, but not to the game's detriment, really. Whereas the way the action in this is, like, if it was clunkier and slower, I don't think it would feel like a problem, because the game presents itself as more of an action kind of thing, closer to Dino Crisis. But it still has some of those puzzles and slower, thinky stuff that maybe isn't such a ice, crystal clear, perfect fit, with that. So I would kind of expect the sequels to... Alright, speaking of Resident Evil, we got fucking crest pieces. I could see it kind of evolving... in one direction or another to become something a little different from this game. Like, in general, I feel like any game series that starts in 2001 and had several sequels across the, like, PS2 lifespan inevitably is gonna change a bit. Alright, okay, well, I guess we have to go back to the bottom, because it... Wait, hang on. We did go to the balcony. That's like, no fucking hit stun. I feel like we pretty much got our life back, though, but... Yeah, for sure, like, I would definitely not expect the others to be at all very Resident Evil-like. Like, that's the stuff I would expect. I mean, it's kind of the same a little bit with Dino Crisis, right? The first Dino Crisis is a little bit more Resident Evil-like, and the second one, I mean, it has the camera angles, but it's, but it doesn't play like it at all otherwise, really. Oh, whoa, okay, I did a down attack. I didn't realize that was a thing before, but... Fuck. Okay, the orbs do disappear. Okay, now we know that for a fact. I still got a good chunk of life back, so it's okay. Yeah, comparing Dino Crisis to Mercenaries mode, that's actually a pretty apt comparison. It's definitely more like that than anything. But I mean, even the Resident Evil games themselves didn't stay that way very long after this point, you know? So it makes sense that these games... what made this different from RE is kind of the, you know, the sword fighting and soul gathering and all that, so... I would kind of expect, I guess, the sequels to put more focus on that aspect. Ah, okay, so we can go up even further. Do you have different... Okay, yeah, so each sword has its own magic meter. That's interesting. So, in the room below... Or, sorry, to my immediate right on this map... The yellow thing there's like the trapdoor, right? But I'm not sure what the blue box is. Okay, this means we can actually... Well, we're going to have to go to the basement level, or the... well, we're going to the basement eventually, but we're going to have to go to the ground floor sooner or later, which means whenever we get down there, we can check out the pail. But for the time being, I think we'll go upstairs. Feels a little bit scary to not have saved. I feel like the... I'm not like super scared, but the we haven't saved as frequently as we did before. All right, Byakko, the White Tiger. That's another cipher. All right, so the first kanji I cannot read, which is not good. Then it says time, and then katari, like speaking. Or talking, or tale, story. Well, we're gonna have to see if we can, Yomigai, oh, okay, so return. Okay, that makes sense, thanks. We'll have to check next time we find one of those, boxes. Hey, okay, nice. I thought we might bump into a save thing sooner or later, because I felt like it'd been a while, just compared to the cadence established so far. Ooh, we can upgrade fire arrow. Interesting. So we can upgrade one at a time, I guess. Okay, let's do this. Level 3 coin. So that's level max, okay. I mean, I don't know how long this game is, but having this out of the way means we don't need to worry about it anymore. Just curious. Okay, so it's just you buy them in increments. Yeah, this is not enough. So we probably need like a full bar to upgrade one healing item. That's quite a lot. I mean, knowing that you can kind of grind for enemies, I guess, means it's not too big of a deal. So I forget, this is about 1/3, right? Yeah, so I guess you need 3 full bars to level up the sword ones. Oh. Guess we'll see what lies beyond. Switch. It's conspicuous.
サマノスケ、夢丸の素性が分かったわ。あの子は農民の子よ。
何？
4年前戦で両親を殺され泣いていたのを通りがかって雪姫が見つけて連れ帰ったのよ。雪姫は夢丸を弟のように可愛がり、夢丸も姉上姉上と慕うようになったらしいわ。
それで助けたくてここまでやってきたのか。しかしわからねえ。藤吉郎はなぜ夢丸を捕まえようとしているんだ。
何か裏がありそうね。
It's not good. Good thing we're just saved.
様之助、一緒に出る方法を探しましょう。
Well, finding a plan out sounds like a swell idea. Alright, just cut right through there. What about this little window? Nope. Let's find a way to escape from here immediately. Alright, what about this conspicuous bright blue switch? Alright, so now I see. Okay. Oh boy, okay. Fucking puzzle rooms. Alright. So I guess I get to choose here. So this would open up... Okay, let me just try. Let's open the gate behind me. Oh, fuck! Was not ready for that. Oh, okay. Well, this is open now. Holy armor. That sounds pretty good. Do we get a color change? So... Oh, okay. So this is just the armor. Oh, this menu is a little peculiar, isn't it? Like, every sword has its own entry, but then all armors are just here. Holy armor. The ogres created this armor. It can help to keep away thieves. Sure what that means, but do we change our look in the game? Hell yeah, that's what we like to see. Sick. Okay, I don't need to get shot by an arrow, so how about this one? Okay, can I like talk to her and say we're good? Nope, I'll just open this door and she can just hang out there. Oh, nice. Take that, thank you very much. It's pretty fucking dark though. Oh wait, hang on. I was gonna say, hey, those are candles, right? Do some fire. That's pretty cool. It's like a little bit of Story of Thor vibes. It's actually very similar because you have this like the fucking gauntlet that absorbs magical orbs, and then well, I guess you don't. Well, it's kind of similar. I guess he shoots things with it. When you shoot a little projectile and you summon your like elemental, whatchamacallits. Maybe we should play that game on stream someday. It's one of those games that I thought looked really sick when it came out when I was young, and then replaying it is a bit. It seems a bit like sort of half baked. It's not a bad game, but not as maybe fully fleshed out as one might wish. All right, so the kanji for the ones that are all dark are all that means like corner, I think, maybe something similar. The ones that there is a bunch of that are bright, that means jump or fly, and the one on the top left means king. So I was thinking, like, yeah, are these shogi pieces? I'm assuming this is some Indiana Jones Jehovah kind of a thing here. Okay. So do I like trap myself here? Okay. So do I... What happens if I... This is like a fucking springboard? Oh, I guess... Okay. I think I see what's happening here. So these ones have a, like, diagonal pattern. And the light ones have a, like, cross straight lines pattern. Whoa, or so I thought. Well, let's make sure I'm not on either or, yeah. So moving to my immediate left should be fine. Well, I can't probably get past this without hitting the king plate here. Yeah. So hopefully that just like ends it or like solves it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, very, very gimmicky. Spencer Castle. Yeah, I was a bit lucky in that before I had any idea what happened, I didn't like screw myself over. I seem to be trapped. There appears to be water flowing into this very small room. Oh boy. As soon as possible. Okay, alright. What about this fucking Lamont configuration, whatever it's called? Control board for the water. Well, good thing they made it fucking intuitive. The cage will be open if I put these panels in order and place a crest on the Saito. Okay. What? How do I? What? Oh, okay. So these I see. I see. That's not gonna work, is it? Fuck. Okay, I didn't. Okay, I didn't even know where they were supposed to go. Apparently, but hey, still got it. So if I fail, do I get to continue, or is it just like straight back to the title screen, load your save game? That's pretty scary. Anyway, good job, Kaida. Thanks for that. You're right, Samanosuke. No comment. Too busy surviving Sengoku action over here. A few more seconds, I would have been Samanosuke-san, Samanosuke soup. I don't know. Ah, get through. The hallway? Staircase? I need to like look at the map to parse the shape of this room. It is some kind of a staircase. Right, okay. Well, let's just check this other corner first then. What's this? Pull tab on the wall. Will you pull it? Sure. What's the worst that could happen? I guess we disable traps. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. I see. Now there's a staircase. Search for clues. All right. So maybe, hopefully, I guess eventually we'll reach the top of this building, and that's where we get the wind orb. Seems reasonable to assume, because we're obviously going to need it in the basement, or to get to the basement, rather. Speaking of which... Nope. Oh, okay, so I kind of figured these would be like the basement, because they were like lower on the page. But yeah, it makes sense that each floor is smaller than the last. Makes me confused about that. Well, maybe the basement like isn't on the map because it's not a basement, but once we go down there, we're in a different underground tunnel or something. You died a lot and the cutscenes are unskippable. Sheesh. Well, good thing we didn't then. We're not out of it yet though. We haven't saved. Oh, a little reflection in the floor. That's sick. Huh, a ladder. Will I go down? I will, but let me just consult the map first. Because I haven't been checking it often enough. Ah, it doesn't align very well. Like, how can I even tell where I am? I wanted to see, like, where I am relative to the other floors, but let's find out. Presumably it's not a one-way. To reach the lower level with this ladder. So where the fuck are we now? Oh, okay, so this is some kind of a fast travel type shit. So this will probably take us to that hidden door room on the second floor, I would assume. But the question is the trap door, or the trick door, whatever you called it, is that a single time, or, well, not a single time use, but is it like a one-way power jewel? So I assume this then is a life max HP upgrade. Shinomi, wait. Where'd I get this? Did Kaida plant this on me? Can help ninjas to unlock doors or disarm traps. Samanosuke cannot use this item. Oh, okay. I guess it just shows up in our inventory because we played as Kaida. Will enhance your vitality. Hell yeah, I will. Nice. So, okay, let me... What do we stand to risk or fuck up by going through this door? I mean, we kind of have to go... Like, I guess... Do I want, like, is there a purpose to open, like, even if I assume that the door remains open and we can go back and forth as we want, going out here will allow me to go back down to the first floor again and go to that pale thing, but even that's like such a long-winded thing to do that I don't know that there's a big reason. I guess, I mean, it depends entirely on what that item is, I suppose, but I think I would, I mean, I guess finding a save room. Actually, no, we fucking literally just saved. Didn't we? We saved at the... No, we didn't really just save, actually. We saved right before the trap shit, so we definitely didn't just save. There's zero guarantee that if I had to do a second attempt, that I would do remotely as well the second time around. So maybe going to save is not the worst idea. Screw it. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we... Let's do some research here. Fasten with a latch. Will you unlatch it? Yes. Okay, right. That's what I suspected. That we would just be able to really go back and forth. But you know, you can't be too sure. Oh, that's a dude. I didn't even realize. No friendly fire, it seems. That's nice. What's up, dude? They just drop items. Do I? Oh yeah, that's where we cut the pail. Oh no, this is where it hung. So we go down here. Yeah, we might as well go there and we can just save in the ground floor room. Yeah, it's like the music is kind of eerie. It's like not very actiony. Like it's got a kind of different vibe, this game, than not that I was expecting per se, but like I always knew that this game was closer, or I had the impression anyway, which turns out it seems pretty apt, that the game is kind of closer to Resident Evil than probably its sequels from the very brief time I spent with 3. But I guess it's even still like something about the tempo and the kind of spookiness and everything. Like it's not a horror game, you know, but it has still a little more of a kind of horror vibe. Obviously, you know, they always had monsters and everything, but even so, we can save here, I guess. How do I get to the thing again? I guess I pretty much went the exact wrong... Or... Did I completely misremember? Yeah, okay, right. I'm an idiot. We cannot even get the pail because it's not on this floor. We cut it on the floor, on this floor. And then we went up, and that's where the pail hung originally. Okay, so I've been completely, like, misconstruing this whole situation this entire time. Alright, well, we can still, get back up pretty quickly, I guess. We got to save after all the trap shit, so it wasn't a waste, just somewhat needlessly roundabout, maybe. Oh, great. Exactly the good I wanted to use that on. Dude, fuck. This is like the worst part of the game. Like, that checking the map is this kind of inconvenient or convoluted. But I want to go up and then go around, go up, and then through the red door is where the shortcut back up to where I was. Okay. No, wait, was that... See, I'm immediately confused, like... Well, we came through here, so I guess this is probably right. I guess I struggle a little bit to maintain, like, continuity and, like, the orientation of these rooms. Dude, like, that struggle thing is fucking hard. Okay, I just literally mashed fucking everything on the controller. When he puts up his guard, like, I wonder if I can kick him to, like, get him off balance or something. Ah, I try to be fast and I like fuck up the inputs. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think that the part I like the best about the combat is that you're so nimble and mobile and can kind of move around very easily. Because, like, in Resident Evil, it's the exact opposite, right? You're so encumbered in a lot of different ways. But here, like, yeah, you need to commit to attacks. You can't, like, cancel out of everything instantly. Oh, wait, fuck. I did not... I mean, I guess I could have used my eyeballs and looked at this. Oh, yeah, so this will put me in that room we haven't looked at yet. I could have realized, I mean, that the ladder clearly continues down. I just didn't think to try to climb it again. Hey, good. Okay, we clearly would need that. Is this more lore? Nope, nothing. Okay. Well, this was not a complete waste then, fucking around with this. Oh, we probably need the crest here. Yeah. We need to combine some items. Will you use the R crest piece? You have used the R crest piece. Okay. A crest of the Saito clan is set. Oh, yeah. Another crest. Yeah. Of course. Of course. L crest piece. It's interesting that the items we used are still in our inventory. Or in that menu, I guess. The key is unlocked. It's a well-known fact that if the door is, if someone locks the key to your door, you need to insert a quest into the lock to unlock the key. Quality translation here. Get a cutscene or something? Boss fight? Something? Oh, I'm just a kid.
考えていただけましたかな、信長公に使える剣。どけあの小僧を救おうだなんてもう間に合いませんよ。 信長公が玄馬の力を借りて天下を取ろうとしているのはもうご存知でしょう。無駄な努力はやめた方が良いですぞ。
ふざけるな。それで罪もない大勢の人間を玄馬の餌として地底に送り込むのか。
そうだ、この世は弱肉強食、農民は侍に従い、人間は玄馬に従うしかない。あと一刻も経たぬうちに暗黒儀式が行われる。雪姫のドクロに生き血を満たし、信長公が一気に飲み干せば斎藤家との戦は我が織田勢の勝利間違いなし。にゃってまたお会いしましょう、様の助殿。
Charming fella. Two fallen screens. They will not help. Alright, good. We clear that up. A little box in the corner looks very uninteractable, but who knows? A Diddy box looks like nothing helpful. Well, I can see a book there. And fluorite. Okay, still don't know what that is, but... Game, Seiryu. Nice. So this is the 4th volume. I guess we have 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, Seiryu was the first one we got. So now we have Seiryu volumes 1 and 2. Genma ni ga mono o machimonno ni no uketa. Okay. Huh. And I guess we have to go back to... Like, we haven't found another save spot, I think, that had that same puzzle. It seems like that specific puzzle is only in that one location. Which means that, of course, like, that's not going to be randomized, I would assume. So you could probably brute force it or, like, look up a solution and unlock the box immediately. And I would assume it's going to give you, like, a health upgrade or, like, something like that. It's not going to be a key item, I don't think. I mean, surely it has to be optional. But it's also something you could probably make use of immediately. So, like, the speed strats or whatever would be to... Suzak. Okay, so we get volume 2 of this one as well, yeah. But it does... Yeah, it seems consistent at least. Okay. Well, whenever we get to that thing, and oh, holy shit, that fucking spooked me. Like, I didn't even have time to register that like, well, that's not entirely true. I had time to register that there was a wall, and I was like, well, I'm gonna cut these down. But before I even had time to form that thought, he got there first, I guess. Oh, that's pretty good. Normal arrows. Like, I don't even know when I would use the arrows, because, like, we're inside very cramped hallways. It seems like a strange place to use a bow and arrow. It's not like my sword has felt insufficient in terms of range. Oh, a little balcony. Oh, this looks really fucking cool. I feel like the first / only screenshots I've seen of this game are, like, from this location. Like, this is exactly what I picture when I'm trying to remember, like, what seeing pictures of this game look like. I'm not sure if it's that specific angle, but, like, on this kind of a balcony thing. I mean, there could definitely be other locations that look kind of like it, but... I just had like a sudden sort of flashback when I saw this. So are there more guys coming up from the stairs or what? As soon as I turn the corner, there's like a new guy spawning. Oh, okay. Just come from wherever. Oh, it's a green orb, huh? Oh yeah, maybe the... Okay, I guess the last one was the green. It wasn't yellow. I got confused because there were yellow doors. But I guess that's the yellow... The locked doors were yellow specifically to distinguish it from the 3 colors of the orbs. Say to you again? Yeah, okay, wow. I'm just getting a bunch of it right now. Only no small much. Gotta okay. Learning more keywords here. More arrows. What you got? Medicine. More healing items that we luckily can avoid having to use. Oh, it's a save spot. Okay. Siryu. Oh, okay, we got the whole thing. Okay. So it looks like your gauntlet. Watch out for the spirits of wandering demons. Sick. Okay. Cool. I wasn't sure if something would happen. I was like, let me try to absorb, and it's just like, oh shit, something happened. What's over here? Actually, let's take a look. Oh, ladder or something? Oh, okay, we're going up. Okay, so that's probably... We probably want to save here. Wait, there's no, like... Yeah. The sword... we won't be able to level it up. But we're not using this for anything else. Unless we really need to use the arrows and we want fire arrows. I mean, I'm assuming there's a boss fight up there, but I don't think it's going to be... Let's do that. I mean, we haven't died yet, so... Hopefully we'll be okay. And if not, we just saved, so it's fine. This is a ladder. Yes, I can see that. Thank you. Oh, sick. Alright. It's got the green orb thing. Yeah, it uses wind powers and shit. Can I? Okay. Kind of like counter hit or punish him, I guess. Okay, let's heal up. Large amount. Oh, this is still like half health. Dude, I keep missing that thing every time. Or like, I forget that he stabs after the poke. Every time, I forget. Oh, shit. Oh, I broke his shield. Wait, he's still shield bashed? Alright. Not so hard. It's fun though. I like those little more extended fights. Nice. And we got the wind orb. Oh, okay. That's different. Arashipu. Cool. Well, I suppose we should probably use our... We should probably level up the green orb. So that we're not stuck on level 1 for that. I wouldn't say that there's like a terrible lot to the boss fights so far. But they've kind of been highlights. Maybe it's because my expectation is for a game like this to have boss fights that are going to be a little clumsy and frustrating. The fact that they aren't, and the game is so forgiving with dropping orbs and stuff. But, it's cool, regardless. Well, I guess we should do this. So we actually get something for spending those orbs. And there's no point in starting to fill this, really, until we... until we can level it up fully, I don't think. Well, I guess we can try this out. So we can, let's see. Go down. All right, well, yeah, okay. So we just go to the basement thing. If I can figure out my way there. Did we see what happened to the kid? We heard his voice, right? And then, like, we went up and he was no longer there. Yeah. I was like, wait, hang on. Is there a door here? Oh, wait, there was, right, there was a green... I forgot. Right, this thing. See, I kind of got there. Good thing the game didn't let us leave, though. I'd have to backtrack quite a bit. It'd be the plasma beam all over again.
Wa... もう大丈夫だ、夢丸。何も心配することはないぞ。お姉ちゃんを、お姉ちゃんを。心配するな。雪姫は必ず助け出す。楓、雪姫がどうしてこの子を可愛がっていたかわかるか？戦国大名の姫として生まれ、小さい時から政略結婚の道具として育てられた雪姫には自由なんて一つもなかった。だから弱いものを見ると自分と同じように思え、放っておけなかったんだ。今の世は強い者だけがのさばりやがって。
サマノスケ。
そうだ、夢丸。お前の世界を見せてやろう。
世界？
Alright, about to drop the lore? I guess so. And this time we actually do get subtitles on top of the FMV. Alright. All 2 seconds of it.
夢丸、世界にお前の知らないことがいっぱいあるぞ。自由がある、希望がある。それをたくさん見てこの国のみんなに教えてやるんだ。小さな領で争って戦なんかしてもつまらねえってな。
Putting a lot of weight on this kid's shoulders.
助けて。
誰だお前は。
ご正室初姫様の腰元でぬいと申します。雪姫様が地下に。
しっかりしろ。楓、残された時間はあとわずかだ。俺は雪姫を助けに行く。この腰元と夢丸は頼んだぞ。
わかったわ。
All right. Any wait, did we just teleport across the entire map? Yeah, we sure did. Well, that saves us some time. Figured this room would see some kind of use like this, because we went here and it's like, this room is so empty, there's nothing here. I kind of had an inkling that there would be other use for the room. Alright, so this is the super speedy, weak weapon, I understand. Also, you don't actually need to use the, wait, which door is which here? You can still fight using the, without using the stance button. It just helps lock you on, I guess. Oh, I got fucking archers here now. Oh, whatever. I don't give a shit. Yeah, so that's more of a lock on. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, because it's not like the square button doesn't do anything otherwise. Yeah, I guess we just came from an enhanced menu. We kind of just saved also, but there was this cutscene that if we died, I guess we had to watch again, so let's save. Forward and backward attacks can only be done from the stance. That makes sense too. Yeah. Oh yeah, try this. Oh, that was pretty good. So I hear a Blanca ball coming a long way. Blanca? Whatever. Rolling attack. Is he dying? Well, pass back. Oh, I might as well farm a little bit, I suppose. Feels pretty good. Fucking ball spawns, right? So I was trying to read chat. It's very uncivilized of you. Oh, that guy died. Well, I haven't really taken any damage anyway, so. The little I take, I kind of earn back. Well, fuck it. Moving on. Remind streamer to hydrate. Alright. The Onimusha re-release, we've talked about it. It is a bit of a mystery. But yeah, I wouldn't really relate it like to anything they've done with RE. I would not be surprised that if, you know, to learn that a lot of the Onimusha series is kind of, as far as really re-releasing stuff, like it's probably hindered by external licensing and likenesses. So it may well have been that they either couldn't or weren't willing to spend what was necessary to license any of the sequels. And that's why we only got the first one. So on some level, it's kind of cool that they were able to release any of them at all, which it's not something to necessarily be taken for granted. Ugh, this does not look good. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, between assuming they had a limited budget, and assuming they would have to make a choice for, for which game, like, if let's say it would have been unfeasibly expensive to do the licensing necessary for Onimusha 3, I think it makes sense to do 1 over 2. And especially if 1 happened to be a huge success, maybe that would help justify spending that money on the sequels. Who knows? But yeah, for what comes across as a not necessarily half-assed release, but like kind of, on some level a little underwhelming compared to a lot of other re-releases or like HD, bundles or whatever, whether it's RE or DMC or whatever. From the sounds of things, it seems like it is maybe more fleshed out than you might suspect, which, that's cool. But it's unfortunate in a way that it's sort of, that effort gets kind of, not wasted, but like harder to appreciate, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, I think it's the idea of doing, as you describe it, the Darkstalkers Resurrection thing of like releasing something as a way to gauge interest in something other than that. I agree that that's a flawed approach, probably. But at the same time, it's not like a re-release of Onimusha 1 is completely preposterous in and of itself. And again, I mean, the thing is too, looking at Darkstalkers, for example, it was said kind of like, or been inferred, I don't know how much specific detailed data we have on it, but common wisdom seems to be that Capcom wanted to gauge interest in the Darkstalkers brand by releasing this port of Vampire Hunter and Vampire Savior, and with some kind of, if not promise, at least like idea that if that does really well, that would then justify spending money on developing a new game. And because it didn't do as well as they would have liked, they said, all right, let's not spend that money then. And it's easy, I think, for a lot of people to say, oh, I didn't buy that for $15, but I would have bought Darkstalkers 4 for $60. But I think that's hypothetical on like both sides of it, right? Like, it's easy to be bummed out, especially if you, like me, did buy it and said like, yeah, I did buy it, I was excited for this, I supported it, and we still didn't get it. That sucks. But, for the people who actually are responsible for the money, who's to say that they were wrong? Really, like, we can't say confidently that they were wrong to make that decision, I don't think, I mean, the thing is, like, we don't have an alternate universe where things did go another way to compare to, which means it's hard to say for sure. As far as Onimusha goes, we can kind of only look at the release that came out and say, apparently it seems to be well made, but I think it's unfortunate that I think it kind of invites comparison to the, the countless RE re-releases they've done, and the Devil May Cry HD collection and stuff like that, which, regardless of the quality of the product itself, it's not difficult to look at it and say that it seems unimpressive, especially with, yeah, I don't think they did really Yeah, they didn't promote it very heavily, and I don't think the promotion that they did do made it very clear the effort that went into it, and why you should be excited for it. Because I feel like a lot of people, and I probably felt that way too. It's like, okay, they're releasing this one. That's kind of weird. Well, let me just wait until they put out 2 and 3, and then I will get the trilogy pack or whatever, you know? And obviously, if the plan is for them to base potential future plans on the sales of the first one, that's probably not going to happen. But we're not privy to all the details, so we don't really know. You know, that's all. What's up, Joestar? Happy Monday. These ghosts are blocking this door and will not allow it to be open. It looks like the dead are screaming, but why do these tormented souls want to interfere with your mission? Yeah, I don't really know what the Xbox version is like or anything. There could be any number of technical reasons or other kinds of reasons. Oh yeah, okay, so we're no longer here, technically. It wouldn't surprise me if this is the version that far more people played and are likely to be more interested in. So we cut this thing. Oh, okay, it's back. Oh, fucking room continued. So I was like, hey, why is there not more stuff here? Hey, one of these guys. Multiple of these guys. Oh boy. Okay. The first one we just killed. Okay, looks like they die eventually. Oh, I see a couple books there. We probably want to collect those. Green book. More lore. More shitting on Nobunaga or whatever was in these books. I forget. Well, forget. I didn't really read them to begin with. Remaster should have come with both versions. That would be really nice. But again, I guess with the amount of effort that already went into it, maybe that was not, you know, budget didn't allow for it. Who knows? Would have been a great opportunity though, because it's not like they're gonna do a second release of just that version. Ah! I didn't see that there was a thing here. This weapon seems to work pretty well against these guys. Oh, more lore tentacles. Trying to like back up gets a little funny when you keep turning around. I thought for sure there were, yeah, I was gonna say, still something over here. It's a really cool effect to like cut it in half and each half grows its own other body. Did I actually cut the things on the floor? I can't be sure. I don't know. I mean, I feel like people love giving Capcom shit for all kinds of stuff, but I think Capcom are among the very best of any notable publisher at keeping their back catalog available. Not the best, maybe, and obviously there's still a lot to be desired, but you know, I feel like very frequently do they bring stuff back. They've put out a lot of like PS2 games on PS3 and again on PS4. Like people, which I think is fucking stupid, but a lot of people joke about, you know, RE4, oh, it's getting released again. And it's like, dude, it's fucking one of the best games of all time. Why would you complain about it being more available on more platforms? Like, do you want to have to dig out your GameCube to play RE4? Like, I don't. I don't mind playing that version, but I can play it on 360 or on PS4 or on PC or on Switch or whatever. Like, how is having it available a bad thing? And even if you're not the biggest fan of RE6, like, hey, I'm still glad that it's on PS4. I have that version. It's, I don't know, like, I think that's great. And I think something like Onimusha has been kind of conspicuously absent in that. So it's cool that they were able to put out the first game at least. And, you know, there's a shit ton of stuff, you know, Shadow of Rome or Haunting Ground or Chaos Legion. I don't know, like, obviously there's a lot of that stuff that I think doesn't maybe pass the test of, like, is this worth our effort? But, yeah, it's just funny to me that, like, I feel like it's just one of those, people have decided that it's like a scummy thing to do. So people are like joking about it or like making fun of it or complaining about it when, like, it's to me, it's an unquestionably good thing. You know, some of those ports maybe have some issues, which is unfortunate, but like, I'd rather have RE4 with some fucked up QTEs than not having it ported. Chaos Legion has rights issues. Well, it also has popularity issues, quality issues, maybe. Not to say that I wouldn't want it. I would want anything to be available. Like, I don't think there's a benefit to things not being available. But of all things, to kind of have expectations of I'm not surprised that we haven't seen Chaos Legion HD. For me, it's just that releasing all these ports means that resources are being spent on that instead of something else. Well, I mean, that's obviously not entirely untrue. It doesn't cost zero resources. But I also think a lot of the time, it's really not a zero-sum game between re-releasing something and making a brand new sequel. At least I think it's kind of naive to assume that to be the case. I don't have, like, you know, full insight or anything. But a lot of the time, some of these ports and stuff are outsourced to completely different studios, and other times, like, it's a smaller team, it's a different type of project. It's not in any way the same. But of course, you know, if you're looking at potentially other types of re-releases, I'm sure you would maybe have preferences for what games you'd rather see. Oh, this looks pretty cool. Looks pretty ominous. I like that even in all these, like, castles and stuff, like, there've been some pretty nice variety in visuals. Dude, I can't fucking see. Alright, okay. That wasn't too bad. So we got a Purifier Bell. Let's actually look at the inventory here. Ring this bell in order to purify the cursed. So I guess that means we can unlock the ghost door, probably, right? That's my guess. Alright, it's nice and empty right now. Oh! Underground projectiles. We talked about the shenanigans with the soundtrack at length, I feel like. But for those who missed it, the long and short of it is that the person who is responsible for the soundtrack of this game was a fraud and not someone that they would have wanted to remain associated with whether they could or not. So for the re-release, they replaced the soundtrack. Yeah, like his fraudulent whatever, like it's not related specifically to this game, but he I guess he like he won like grant money and became kind of the face of this kind of charity type thing. Like it was it's a whole thing. But also, I mean, it's you know, in itself, it's like it's a fascinating story. But in the like as far as this game goes, I don't find it like let's do this. We need probably, so that was 2.5, so I guess we need like 4. As far as like this, I don't know, I feel like I don't have anything interesting to say about it in the context of playing the game. No, I mean, it's a good piece of trivia. I don't mind it being brought up. I guess it's just like a conversation that I can't really add anything to it. Oh, that's the wrong corner. So let's try to use the bell, I guess. You have used the purifier bell. Might as well study the map, keep on the map. It says another type of blocked door or something, or seal, or I don't use the word seal because it sounds like a magic thing, which creates a little bit of confusion. Oh, that was pretty powerful, actually. Like I stun locked this guy weirdly. I tried to just use the attack button to mash before, which didn't seem to work very well. When I'm mashing everything on the controller, it works better. Yeah, being a little patient, just not doing the full combo string works better. Do I have an original Xbox? I do indeed, yes. Wait, so which door? I think this was the blocked door. Marked by blue ink. Okay, ink. That's what they call it. Nice. Got that covered. Oh, sounds like fighting. Alright, we got a green level 2 immediately here, so... Oh, hello. Get some health back, thank you. Satisfying. Is there any reason I'm not playing Genma Onimusha? There's several reasons. None of which have to do with me considering this the superior version or anything like that. It's a multi-part story. Part 1 of this story is that several years ago, I was on eBay, looking at games as one does, placing bids on a bunch of different stuff, expecting some auctions to go my way and expecting some to not. And very half-heartedly, I bid like $3 on an auction that had all 4 Onimusha games. And much to my surprise, I won that auction. And I was like, oh, I didn't really plan on that, but hey, I guess I now own Onimushas 1 through 4. So they have then been sitting on my shelf for a number of years. Several years later, last week, we played Genji, which was a really fucking cool game. I really liked it. And during my playthrough of that game, the topic of Onimusha came up several times due to the game's, you know, kind of similarity. And we finished Genji on Thursday. And on Friday, we played some fighting games. And on Saturday, we played Super Metroid. So today it's Monday. And I'm like, what do I stream today? I don't fucking know. Part 3 of the story, I look over in my shelf and I see that I have a copy of Onimusha sitting there. I was like, you know what? Why don't we play Onimusha? And this is the copy that was in my shelf. And since I bought it, even if it took 3 or 4 years, why not play it? And here we are. Oh boy, I'm getting fucking destroyed here. Very satisfying to get the health back though. I like the orb system. Alright, let's see what's back here. Just play both. I don't know. I mean, especially if I finish this, I think I'd be more inclined to check out the sequel. Not that I intend this to be like the start of some Onimusha series marathon in the middle of the Metroid marathon. I mean, not saying we won't do that, but that was not the intention. Granted, I wasn't sure if I wasn't sure what I would think of this game, having never played it or really even seen it before, but I'm enjoying this a lot, so we're going to be wrapping up the stream very shortly, basically as soon as I find a save point. But I will definitely continue this on Thursday. What's he talking about? Alright, there's a little book here. Apocalypse Issue 1. Alright, fine, whatever. Over conspicuous green flame here, okay. Oh, trick treasure ball. Oh no, we're fuck. Although we can only turn it 3 times though, so. Okay, so number 4 needs to go up in the right corner. Okay, I think yeah, okay. Simple enough. Blue key. Oh, so that's for the blue ink door. Okay, it's a short game. Finish it next stream for sure. Okay, cool, cool. I mean, yeah, from the like item like leveling up and stuff. I still don't know what the fluorite is, and also still like haven't seen more of those book lore puzzles. Okay, let me just so we got the blue key. Fuck, I really want to quit, actually. Well, we might... Oh, shit. Let's just... I was thinking of if I wanted to go back to the save point and save. But we'll We'll see what's here. Is this related to the pit?
様の助殿、やはりダメですかな、おだけ使えるのは。
くどい。
仕方がないですな。あなたはまだ玄馬の本当の恐ろしさを知らないのだ。血の底にいる玄馬たちよ、いよいよ本番だ。暗黒儀式の準備をしろ。
Oh boy.
儀式の邪魔をする様の助殿には地獄の苦しみをたっぷり味わっていただきましょう。
But yeah, I like games being short. That means I can actually play through them without having to spend like 5 streams and then getting bored. Like on the one hand, I don't feel any compulsion that like, you know, in general, I don't put a lot of emphasis on, you know, mastering a game or beating a game. If something is too hard for me or it's not fun, I don't feel bad about abandoning it. But at the same time, I typically do... If I start playing something and I just don't continue it for no particular reason, I feel really bad about it. Like, I have a couple of those. So whenever it's... Well, it's more that when I do finish something, I feel good about it. Because I know that's not a given. Like, I still really want to go back to... I mean, obviously, Alice in Cyberland, that's like the elephant in the room, right? But there's also the... Kyoe Toshi, the... City Shrouded in Shadow. There's, Chase the Express, the PS1 game. That's so fucking sick. I played like half of it in one stream. I was like, dude, this is awesome. Gotta continue this. And then I just never did. So there's definitely stuff like that. So whenever something I can, you know, keep going with it over 2 or 3 streams and finishing it, that always is a good feeling. Well, it's a very different thing when it's like arcade games and stuff, and it's like, well, like with Final Fight and Double Dragon, there's a bunch of ports that are just like super impossible. You can barely defeat 2 enemies, and then you just give up, and that's fine, because there's also the context of, like, exploring the different games and everything. Okay, well, we should be able to run to the save room. I guess we should go down to the basement to find... Because we happen to know where Samanosuke is. Did we ever fucking find that? The thing that we cut down from the pail. I don't know if we did or not, but it's just on the immediate left. Okay. But I mean, it's kind of whatever too. I don't have like a set sort of standard or, you know, rules for how I engage with games. I'll play whatever I feel like, however I feel like it, and not, you know, I don't want to put pressure on myself that will prevent me from having fun. That's still the most important thing. Hey, red key, nice. And so far, I'm having a lot of fun with this game, so we'll be continuing to play this for sure. Oh yeah, she doesn't have a soul gauntlet thing, right? 2:41 playtime. Yeah, a lot of cutscenes and stuff. Also, we spent like a good chunk of time before we started playing. For those who missed it, I did get this today. The my first Gundam model kit that I look forward to building sometime in the not too distant future. Not on stream, because this is going to be my off stream away from my computer hobby. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for hanging out and tuning in. This was surprisingly fun. I felt like this is like an early PS2 game, coming off of Genji, which is like a late PS2 game that was really fancy and cool. I figured that this game would be kind of underwhelming, It is sort of simple, and from the sounds of things, not very long. So there's like maybe not an awful lot of meat to it, but I've greatly enjoyed it so far. So I will definitely be continuing this on Thursday. I do have a small shipment of a couple of books coming from Surugaya, which is likely to arrive before the end of the week. We're not doing like a full unboxing stream because it's just a couple of books, but probably I'll get those and be able to show those on Saturday's stream if I had to guess. So I guess Thursday will be dedicated to this, and if we don't finish this on Thursday, we'll probably keep going on Saturday and more stuff on Saturday. I don't know, video games. I'll figure out who's streaming, but thanks a lot for hanging out. We'll see each other soon enough. Take care, everybody. Have a nice rest of your week, and